What's up, guys? Mr. Fit to Flourish here, and today I wanted to talk about the markets upcoming this week. So let's take a look at what's going on in the markets this week. We always do this Stocks and Coffee in our Discord every Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so I wanted to share it with you guys again. So Stocks and Coffee, so we always start with the quote. So the quote is, "For winners, losing inspires them. For losers, losing defeats them." Don't be a loser. We have the best team in the world. Resources in the Discord, a ton of educational resources. We go live every night looking at charts, and we trade live every morning. We also have a masterclass today in the Discord. So we can review. So we had great play calls. We always like to review our calls. So QQQ calls and puts, AMD puts, Coinmara calls, absolutely insane. There's a ton of opportunity in the markets right now with elections upcoming, rate cuts, all that good stuff. The market's moving, okay? Stocks are moving. We also talked about market direction, fib retraces, and again today is our trading masterclass. All right. So in terms of earnings, ASML had an earnings report leak, and it caused the stock to tank $100 in one day. That's insane. Okay. So it showed that there was low demand for their products, their products that make chips. Okay. So TSM actually had a revenue beat, and they also beat EPS, and the market absolutely ripped. And the market was pretty much waiting for that, and that sent Nvidia back to previous highs. Okay. In terms of Morgan Stanley was another bank sector that reported earnings. The banks have been doing extremely well. So they destroyed earnings. Their third quarter profits surged 32% from a year ago. Shares rose 6.5% on 10/16, and this was the highest rise that we've seen for years for Morgan Stanley. So that's awesome. Netflix is absolutely ripping. They destroyed their EPS. They added 5 million subscribers, which is insane. It's lower than last year at this time, 8.7 mil, but better than expected. It shows good growth for the monthly recurring type of structure that they have for their business model. It shows really good revenue. So the stock jumped $34 after hours and then ripped like that Friday morning, just kept ripping on 10/18/2024. And they basically said that they're going to continue to evolve their pricing model. So if they do this, then it's going to be even more of a revenue source. So if they start doing like, oh, well, you get ads here, or this one is an ad-free one, you pay for this, just evolving their pricing model is going to be awesome for monthly recurring revenue. And then in terms of economic data, so initial jobless claims came in lower than expected, which is really good. And continuing jobless claims just came slightly higher. But it's a very good initial jobless claims, and then, like I said, a tad higher on continuing. The market took this very well on Thursday, and stocks absolutely ripped. But pre-market, but they sold off immediately. Okay, stocks sold off immediately. It was like the sell of a lifetime. And then in terms of U.S. retail sales for September, they were strong, and it shows strong consumer spending. So it supports the bank earnings that we've seen the last couple weeks. So in terms of related news, this is the part I like the most. So chips and dip. So Tuesday, there was a massive chip dip because of ASML's leaked earnings report, as well as U.S. officials discussing limiting chip exports to certain countries from AMD and NVIDIA. This would be huge. This would be no bueno. NVIDIA is already taking a ton of market share from AMD. People might be like, oh, why is AMD like failing? It's because they did that 10/10 event, and it showed that their new chips that they're making still can't compete with NVIDIA's chips. So they're losing a ton of market share to NVIDIA. In terms of Apple, their Q3 record, they had Q3 record iPhone sales, just behind Samsung globally. The stock popped on Wednesday, and then on Friday 10/18, showed significant sales growth in China. So that was really good as well. And then in terms of health insurers are suffering, man. They're suffering. So Elevance reported on their earnings this weekend. They beat revenue but missed on EPS. They ended up paying out 89.5% of premiums to cover medical costs. Okay, so that's not good. That's sharply higher than expected. and it sent shares down 14% Thursday morning. Okay, 14% is insane on a stock. Okay. And it shows a problem for the entire managed care sector. So patients are using more medical services than companies had projected, squeezing profits. So this sparked a sell-off throughout the managed care sector on Thursday, 10/17. So United Health was down 1.8%. CVS was down 2.6%. Centene was down 9.3%. And then Molina, MOH, was down 11.2%. Insane. Okay, insane. So be on the lookout for these stocks if you want to do a play, or if you're thinking about investing in them. It could be a good time after a certain amount of pullback, going down to the 200 MA, or just look to potentially take profit here. In terms of Bitcoin's breaking out again after hitting that 60K double bottom support, breaking back up to 70K right now. Bitcoin is expected to break out into the end of year. Okay, so currently MSTR is ripping, MAR is ripping. MAR actually had an inverse head and shoulders, and then Coin is ripping. So you can play options on those stocks to the upside, so calls. And then SPY is at all-time highs again. And it's earnings season again. Okay, earnings season again. So a look ahead for this week in earnings, we have ENPH, we have VRT, Virtus, we have BA, Boeing, we have Tesla, LRCX, and American Airlines. So take a look at these. Tesla, I think, is going to crap the boat potentially. Yeah, I don't think it's going to do too hot. But in terms of economic data, again, not really much data this week except for initial jobless claims on Thursday. So could be another weird week this week for the Qs. And SPY was kind of ripping, but for the Qs, it was a little weird this week. So my watch list is going to be, of course, QQQ, day trading that every single day. NVIDIA, Schmidia, AMD to the downside. NVIDIA, Schmidia again. And Tesla. And then also going to be taking a look at MARA. MARA is breaking out, and MSTR and Coin. All right, so that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. I'm going to continue to drop these videos every single Sunday for you guys, just to kind of show you what we talk about in terms of our Discord, and in terms of what to look for overall trading. Honestly, this it's pretty easy stuff. You follow the money. Money's going to take you to more money. So, yeah, continue to do great. Continue to tune into these videos. If you like them, let me know. If you like them, drop a like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube-y stuff. If you want to see more stuff like this, you guys have a great one. Good morning, welcome to the Fit to Flourish podcast. Let's talk wellness, finance, and growth.